Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know, it has been a while. Oh, sorry. It has been a while, and I want to give you a little bit of an update. Not an update, more like a looking back type of situation, what I've been doing so far with my bullet journaling, where I'm at in my journey. So the thing is, I'm not really sure which books I showed you at the beginning or what. I do remember saying that I wanted to continue with a pocket size for this year. So yeah, that's one thing that I wanted, that I was intending to do. But I'll tell you what happened about it. As you can see, there are a few that I probably haven't shown. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. So let's get started about what I've been doing in 2025 regarding my journals. So we're gonna start with the one that has been, or with the ones that have been quite consistent throughout my journey, and I will start with my finance tracker. As you all know, I have a two-part system when it comes to finance tracking. One part is where I keep all kind of like receipts that calculates everything for me, and that is within an Excel spreadsheet. So I use that. However, do write down my costs in a sort of overview way like this. So you can see this is 2025. I write down my income, my fixed cost, my variable cost, my sum, the difference, and as well as the savings. So you can see there is 1 month left of this. This would be 2024. I did the same there. I had variable cost. This is 2024, I think. And then, no, this is 2024. So this would be 2023. So, yep. Now that I look at this is 2023, because in 2024 I don't have any bunnies anymore. 2023 in June here, I put to rest my last bunny and decided not to get another one because of all the price increases that have been going on. And yeah, it makes saving money so much easier if you don't have to spend so much money in that cost. This is a yearly comparison between my variable costs. So you can see bunny again is crossed out in a way, because there will be no more cost unless I will get another bunny or a pet itself, but I have no inclination of doing so. However, I do miss a furry pet to come home to. I also prepared the monthly overview for 2026 already, as well as the variable cost overview for 2026. This stays the same since I've decided to do it that way. I had a different method before with category and subcategories to differentiate even further, but I've realized that I don't need it this incredibly detailed. I also changed up the layout for this variation. So this notebook, doing it like this, will last me a long time, as you can see. So yeah, this is my finance tracker that I started to write down the overviews in. Started in June 2020, and it will last me a long time. So can't wait to fill this one up, because it will be a record of multiple years, if not decades, of my spending habits. And this beautiful sticker was a present from my friend. And yeah, you might have seen her on the channel, or at least heard her. Her name is AJ Design here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So yeah, she gifted me this one, and I love it. Makes wanting to use your notebook even more so. So this all about finances, because you don't need everything in one area, even though I do prefer to use one notebook for almost anything. But this I like to keep separate. So this is number one. I continue to use it each month. This is not a daily or weekly usage. It's really monthly usage to begin with, and works out quite well. I can't speak anymore. It works out quite nicely. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, this will continue on in 2026. Next one that I am using on a monthly basis is this one. This baby I happily call my monthly highlight journal. Highlights not in the sense that they are all good, just simply highlights things that marked the month, and particularly like could be good, could be bad, could be neutral. So just highlights something that stuck with you throughout the month you think was noteworthy, or mainly like you could say something that left an impression on you, whether it's good or bad. So this is my highlight journal. Also a monthly usage, a monthly usage that I started. I took out the Polaroids from 2021 out of the journal that I had them in and transferred them. I have been using the Polaroid a month for, I think, since 2019 or 2020. And I got the idea from Amanda Rich Lee here on YouTube. I loved it so much that I first started like just doing the pictures the way she did once a month, pasted it in, and then I started writing a little bit of a paragraph to it. And I really like the idea of having a picture a month and then writing down the highlights. June 2021. This is my rabbit that I was talking about just now. Her name is Hani Yui, and she was the sweetest, cutest, softest rabbit you would have ever met. So yeah, and my designs on here I still need to paste it, and I still haven't printed it out, the picture that goes there. I've become more comfortable with the decoration. Like, this is quite simple, but throughout the years that I've been, or months that I've been doing it, my decoration got even more elaborate, and I really, really like it. I love this washi tapes from the washi tape shop. It's the Chronicles, and I love it. And I just now saw that they have pre-cut version of this, because I had to keep cutting these out all the time. So yeah, definitely ordering the pre-cut version. And this is my citrus tree that I bought. I also ate all of these citruses. I made a really nice tea from them. And this is the concert I went this year. This is the band Citizen Soldier. Probably a lot of you in the US know about them. They are quite known in Germany, but I think more widely known in the US, because they are a US-based band. And as you can see, this month, like December is still missing, will be added to it soon. And you also can see I still have quite a bit left to fill this up. So this book too will continue to be by my side for the foreseeable future. And I can't wait to see just how thick it's going to be once I'm done. It's a really lovely one. This is real leather, by the way. I'm not like, oh, you can't use real leather, you have to use faux leather. Faux leather is made out of oil, if I remember correctly, so there is no perfect solution. So just saying that. Now let's get to another thing before I come to the bullet journaling. This is my 5-year journal. This is also a sticker that I got from my friend AJ Design. I actually got the two of them together, and I decided to put them on these journals that I have been using for years and will be using for years. This one not, because as you can see, I will be finishing this one at the end of the month, And I will be doing that on a live stream on Twitch, so please check in. It will be on AJ Designs Twitch channel, because I will be visiting her, and therefore it will be on her channel. But I will be uploading it afterwards here on YouTube, so you will be seeing that New Year's or end of the year type of stream too. This one has been a ride, truth be told. I bought it in 2019, on May 25th, 2019 to be exact, because that's when I started it. I started it the day I got it. And I found the idea really interesting because you have 5 years on one page and you write in a little bit each year for that day. However, I was not very consistent in 2019. Otherwise, I would have been finished by now, as you might have guessed. And then I had 2 different 5 years journals, this one and another one with prompts. But the one with prompts was a absolute no-go. I did not enjoy that one, and I let that one go. This one, however, I wanted to finish. When I had this in my hand during decluttering, I did the Marie Kondo version where you take the things in your hand and you ask yourself if this brings you joy. It wasn't that it brought me joy, it was more like the insistent feeling inside of me that I want to fill it, that I want to have this journal and I want it to be filled with my memories and the things that I've learned or seen or experienced. I wanted that in this journal. And throughout the years, it sometimes was more easy, sometimes it wasn't, and things change. And yes, I will be finishing this one at the end of the month. I will be happy and know that I already can tell, because I want to talk about it a little bit more in my live stream when I finish this. I am not going to do another one. I'm not going to do another one, because once this is done, it is done. I have other notebooks that I want to finish, and I don't want to double, triple record the same stuff over and over again. So no, this once this is finished, it is a finished project that I will not revisit. But I am happy, really, really happy, and it is awesome as I thought it would be. And you look through this and you just have these pages filled. Okay, this is the February 29th. You always will have this, because you don't have that February 29th each year. And it just looks awesome. Sometimes I wrote more, sometimes I wrote less, depending on how I felt or what was going on. A lot of times I had trouble filling something in on Sundays, because usually Sundays I'm extremely lazy. So there was not much to write about. But yeah, it's kind of it looks awesome, truth be told. And as you can see, there are a few more days that I have to finish. But yes, I can't wait to finish this one, and therefore it will not be continued in 2026, as it will be finished in 2025. Yay! So now we're coming to the bullet journals. Yes, I'm saying journals because there are multiple. I started the year with this pocket size in true fashion of wanting to try different sizes. I stayed in this journal. Actually, I prepared the journal for each week with days between, and I think that was a mistake. It was a mistake that I prepared this notebook in a sense of a kind of pre-printed planner. It is a new size. I shouldn't have done that. But in the end, I also realized within the first 3 months that the size is too small. However, but I do like the way I used it until then. I like the month you have in the beginning. Those are pre-made. You just have to write in the month itself, which one month it is, as well as the dates. And then I had the weeks and followed by the dates, and I rotated them. Sometimes I wrote like this for a day, and sometimes I wrote like this for a day, just to switch it up. And that's something that I kind of like, that I went like this at times, because this would make it or turn it into an A5. That's what I meant. If I hadn't prepared anything, I wouldn't have these empty pages, because sometimes I didn't write as much. And sometimes I wanted to write more, but didn't, because I didn't have space for it. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it. And this was a monthly review. I really enjoyed this part. Maybe I will implement it more, but currently I'm not really doing that. But it was an interesting experience. But by the end of March, I was like, this is too small. I want something bigger. And sometimes I still write in here when I'm at work and fill it that way. I also got rid of everything that I prepared previously to turn it back into an empty notebook, and I keep wearing this with me outside in case I need to jot something down, and I can do it in here. I still want to fill that notebook. I am kind of halfway. So yeah, I will continue to carry this one around with me until it's full, but I'm not sure if I ever will go back into a pocket size because it is really small. However, seeing that I stopped using this one at the end of March, guess what, where I went for the beginning of April? Yes, I went back into a A5 journal, and this time it's the original official bullet journal notebook from Leuchtturm 1917. And yeah, it has been quite a thing, because Leuchtturm 1917 actually usually has a thinner paper in their other notebooks, but this is the official bullet journal one. It does have thicker paper, and therefore it doesn't really ghost as much, let alone bleed. It doesn't bleed. I didn't have any problem with bleeding, and as you can see, I even wrote down here because I didn't have the space anymore down here. So I completely filled this from the front to the back. And I loved every second of it. So you have your overview about the measurements in here. You actually get a little booklet in here, like with this too. It's usually at the end of this. You have a code that you could scan to learn more about the bullet journal method. And also you have your initial pages that are already named for you, but this comes with 4 index pages. I'm not even on page 2 on this one. Why would I need 4 of index pages, like 4 index pages? Why would I need that? Yeah, so this is empty as I didn't need it. I knew I didn't need 4, so I turned this one into an overview when I should plant something, when I should harvest something, like this type of situation, with an additional 25 things that I wanted to do in 2025. And let's check this one. So let's check it if I can actually finish something on this. No. Well, I did that, but I already crossed it off. I decided to not finish this book, so no. But I've read another book since. And yeah, okay. So I read definitely 2 more physical books. I read a ton of more books like on Kindle, but I'm only counting the physical ones. So I finished these 2. Recently I read I went on an adventure, and all I got was this Barbarian Orc by Jennifer Cody. This one, not sure if I like it or not. Currently reading the second book on Kindle, because if I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy the second book. If I like it, I will get the other ones because there are only 4 more books of this. And they're not that expensive. Like, they're under $10. Then I think I definitely did that one. Not sure. I will have to check this one. Whatever I meant with Easter and Xmas money, oh, probably into the saving. Did I put the Easter money into the savings? I forgot. Oh no. I can't even cross this off because I forgot if I did it. However, I did pay back my dad the money that I owed him. I bought a new PC and I did buy a new monitor. So I have a completely new setup for my PC. So yeah, I was able to cross off 2 more. Nice. Does that mean I did 24 things? No. I love the future index. On the future log, this is something that is always within my bullet journals. And I like this one. These are the perpetual calendar or something. I don't know. Anyways, I did 6 months in here. Or did I do more? No, I did a year. And I mainly use it for tracking the moon cycle, my period regarding to the moon cycle. I could track my mood in here too if I wanted to, but I do track other things like, did I take meds for the grams? Did I have cramps? Was I sick? Or was I on break? Something like this. This is more like a tracker for certain things, but not for all of things. Because I'm chronically terrible with tracking. This is a quarter overview that I did only to realize that I continuously forgot to make these, besides the first one that I did. So this is not something that I have in here anymore. A monthly overview and a review page. A weekly overview followed by the dailies, and no preparing, like upfront preparing like what I want. Like I didn't prepare the weeks ahead of time. I prepared them when it was time to prepare them. And other times I would simply just leave it empty. And as you can see, I do enjoy like using, like, I like to be creative, but I'm terrible at drawing, so I love myself some stickers and using different layouts within the journal itself. Yeah, I did draw the water ripples in here because this one seems to be on water. Would be terrible not to draw them in. But I love these. And most of the stickers you see in here, like these, are from the washi shop. The washi tape shop. This one is from the washi tape shop. Washi tape shop. Washi tape shop. Washi tape shop. I mean, yeah. If I find something that's not from the washi tape shop, I will let you know. Like, these aren't. These aren't from the washi tape shop. That one I can tell you because these are from the Leipziger book fair that I went to, and I brought these back with me. So these aren't, as well as these. These aren't either. These little kitty catties, but no, this one either. So yeah, but most of the time, the things that you can see, like this cutie cat, I bought multiple of these rows because the cats are so freaking awesomely cute. I mean, come on. So freaking cute. So yeah, I continuously like kept the same rhythm. I don't really do much for the monthly calendar wise. I usually do the list version, like just write down the dates, mark the weekends, and be good. That's how I continued. I added the tab so it was easier to find the monthlies. This was me writing down what I paid for my PC, everything. Oh yeah, I need to add the monitor because I got a monitor for 250, I think. It was a little bit over budget, but I never really budgeted in the monitor itself. So for the PC itself without a monitor, I was within my budget. This one is cute. It's from a notepad. Simply cut out the picture. I love to do that. You have seen that multiple times. This is a really cute one from the book fair that I went to. This is also from the book fair. So yeah, it's really, really... And also, this is what you think it is. So I'm not gonna say it because you can see it, but it is what you saw. Yes, you did not. Your eyes did not play tricks with this. So this is kind of like a really, really nice weekly review that I loved the design and kept going like for weeks, as you can see. And you're always gonna see these chronicle versions because I love them just so much. I also love this one. This is still the PET, but I think I'm done with the PET. I don't like PET versions that much, so I try to use them up, but I don't like using them. But I don't want them to collect dust, but yeah. I want to finish them. These are cute stickers still that I printed myself. This is from the Wraith Rain goodie bag. These stickers, those are the characters from her story Everdark. I mean, it's not that they're like ugly or anything, these PET versions, but you know, it's just that I don't necessarily like them. You can't write onto them. So I prefer everything washi tape based in general when it comes to these things. Sometimes I am a little bit creative like this, but not that much. As I said, I'm more creative with how I place the stickers or how I decorate the pages with washi tape. This type of situation, testing out new designs that I see from printed versions or other people that use the bullet journal method. Sometimes I have more decoration, sometimes I have less. But overall, I do enjoy decorating. And I wasn't able to completely finish September in here. I actually wasn't able to because I ran out of pages. I literally ran out of pages on September 21st. This is September 21st. That actually continues here and here. And then I was out of pages. I literally was out of pages, so that's why this goes until September 25th, 2025. And this one is the one that I started afterwards. It's nice green, and I totally hold the Sorry Girls, also from here from the YouTube channel, responsible for my green face because I'm actually not a really big fan of green, and now my living room is green. It's totally their fault. I am not to blame for my choices. I was heavily influenced by them. But anyways, let's continue. As you see, it's the same official version of the bullet journal. This is actually the journal that I bought, or the notebook that I bought when I was visiting my friend in Berlin. I saw this beautiful green and I had to have it. So actually the Sorry Girls didn't influence me on that. It's just a beautiful green that I wanted to have. And as you can see, I only have one index page now. Only one index page because I don't need more than one page. I also just probably only need half the page because I'm not even able to fit in a whole year in these notebooks anymore because I journal so much. That's the reason I don't want to use something like 5-year journal anymore because I am journaling so much into these bullet journals, and it's kind of like partially like a diary already but not truly because I do have a diary that I want to fill. So maybe I will hold myself back. If I realize it's going to be longer, I will switch to my diary or something because I do want to fill that one too. It's a lovely nice one made out of leather similar to this one, also 400 pages. I already thought about turning it into a bullet journal at some point because then it would be filled up within the year. I know I'd like the way it is now. I have this perpetual candle liner again for a whole year, like an overview type of situation. And I am tracking the same things. I just have a legend down here, what is what, so that I know. And because I'm not tracking anything that is like a long word or anything that I have to write in too much, having only these 4 squares is more than enough for this. So I really like this type of layout because I didn't want to write down the dates. I simply use the stickers that come with the journal for the bullet journal method and black out the dates that aren't within the certain month. Again, a simple approach to a future log, again for the whole year, even though I won't be able to fit in the whole year. And with this notebook, what I am trying to do is, or started to do, is the cyclic planning by Jessie Corinne. Also a YouTuber here on YouTube, so check her out. It's her thing that she came up with, I think. Not really sure about that part, but she's the one that I got it from. So I'm crediting her. Should there ever be someone that actually created it, please let me know, because I think she created it. And this is the cycle that I am in currently. As you can see, it ends on the 28th this month, and then I have week 1. This is actually the reset week, the 13th week, and then you have 12 weeks. You can start the cyclic planning at any time and point. She has a calculator Excel spreadsheet where you can actually does the math for you, what is what, so you don't actually have to do the math. And I thought that whenever I got my goals done the day, I get a little bunny stamp, and this was reading the book, but I already finished it pretty early on. I just needed to make myself read it, and after that it kind of fell off. So not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I want to do this again or if I'm gonna use it the same way again. I am just not into that right now, and things have changed since I started this notebook in September. And also, I already know that I won't be able to fit in the whole next quarter, but if I don't fit it and I put it in here, I have a huge amount of pages that I am, or that are unused at the end. So first time making this, I already made a mistake because it should have only been 4 weeks before this cycle. But yay, lesson learned. Anyways, I took that to the next month anyways, and my next month started with 2 weeks off. Nice. Or the next cycle. A simple way of a weekly and then straight into the monthly. As you can see, this is not really the cyclic planning because it's the 22nd instead of the 29th. So this is a whole week before I started it. So yeah, just me writing down what I need to do the day, crossing them off, or other things, checking out or trying out. I think I was trying out something here because I wrote the same thing the whole time. I think these are different fountain pens. I am using most of the time, this is a fountain pen, this fountain pen, this fountain pen. I do use fountain pens more often, so I tested inks, I think, with this one. And this is a ink that goes from blue to pink, it is. Not really sure. Yeah, here you can see the pink and the blue. It's a shimmery or multi-chrome fountain pen ink. And I'm not sure. I think I mostly wrote in... No, this is ballpoint. This is fountain pen. I went to the Taylor Swift party on October 3rd, which I really liked with my friend. I looked like a vampire on this one. So yeah, I tried like meal planning, that didn't work, and a little bit more like the design that Jessie Corinne has for the weekly or the dashboard version. My new washi tapes from the washi tape shop. Yeah, this is it. Not sure which one this is. It probably was a freebie or something. I don't know. This was a freebie. I think. Yeah, this was. But I'm not really sure about this one. Because I like this one and this one a lot. As I was trying to find this one again. So I'm not really sure which one it is though. That I have to rebuy because there's this in it. Some doggies that aren't from the washi tape shop. This is from the washi tape shop. And this one is cute too. So sometimes I have less and sometimes I have more. As I said, I really like this one because the colors are just really lovely on it. And I love music. I listen to music all the time. Then I redid my living room. This is actually the light green that you can see. This doesn't look like this anymore actually. I had to redecorate this part down here and something else is standing there now. These are the books from Writhe Rain that I finally arrived from her Kickstarter, Everdark and the Vampires Club. I was still doing the weeklies here in October it seems, but at some point, yeah, I did also a weekly cyclic review that I stopped doing it seems. Then we come to November where I did it right and I took the October week here and only did 4 weeks. This is how it was supposed to be in October, but I completely messed that one up. I still did a weekly here, and I think after that I completely stopped doing a weekly. I just write down the, I completely stopped doing weeklies at that point. I'm simply going with the day, writing down whatever I feel like, sometimes with a ballpoint pen, a lot of times with a fountain pen. I love fountain pens. I bought more fountain pens and inks this time around. Throughout Black Friday, or the weekend of that, I bought 4 fountain pens. 4, ladies and gentlemen. I bought 4 of these. Then we have this. And then the new cycle actually starts with this, with the 24th of November. And ends with my reset week on the 28th. So I'm not really sure how or where to put the reset week overview type of situation. That's why I put it in here because it is within the December itself. And yes, so I have that. And these are my things that I bought during Black Friday, or at least part of it. My printer is missing with this. And then I bought new sheets for my bed because I got a new mattress earlier the year, like the previous month actually. There was a huge sale on them, so 50% off of the mattress. Of course you're gonna take that and buy yourself a mattress that originally costed 1,400 euros, so you only paid 700 euros for the mattress, but the mattress is goddamn awesome, so you're not even thinking about returning it and getting your money back and buying a cheap one. So I'm probably gonna be spoiled for the rest of my life and continue buying expensive mattresses. This is the sticker. This is so awesome. I love these stickers. They're also here, and as you can see, this is all with fountain pens. I have been writing with fountain pens for days now. It's really awesome. And actually, the fountain pens that I'm currently using is this TWSBI. This is a TWSBI Ego with a medium nib. Actually, the nib is golden or gold-roded. I don't know, bladed. But I really, really like this. And you have a ton of ink that you can fill in. And I have to admit that I prefer, from out of the ones that I have tried, I have cartridges that I can put in, refillable cartridges. That is also pretty nice and easy to do. And then I have this one. This is vacuum filled. It's actually my least preferred method, and I love the piston filling. I have this one. This is a TWSBI Ego. It's a pretty new one. It's this one where you have the avocado in the picture with like cream, but the green doesn't really show, so it's more like a smoky black version. But I really, really enjoy the feeling of it. Then this one is the one I bought quite some time ago and I really enjoy it. It has a fine nib. This one is an Asvine V167, I think, with a black nib. As I said, it's fine. Sometimes it dries out or yeah. Like I said, the vacuum filling is not my preferred filling because sometimes I have to do it twice before I have the ink in, and it still has quite a bit of ink, but I still love the design that you have this see-through part and then you have the black web above it, which is all metal, so that makes this fountain pen really, really heavy, but it is really well balanced that it like wants to keep into the front, so you don't have to so much weight in keeping it in a position you have to write on or you need to write. This is also an Asvine. This is a piston filling like the Twisby with a stub nib 1.1 millimeters. Also gold roded or something like this, but this is a stub nib. I bought this specifically for headers like these, and you have a little bit of a peek through window to see how much ink is left in this fountain pen. You screw it on. As I said, this is a Asvine. It's a really, really beautiful one, piston filling. I love this a lot. Let me get the other. Or others, I might say. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Where did I put the other Twisby? Bronze Sapphire? No, this is not it, I think. I'm pretty sure I just had it in my hands, the Twisby that I was talking about. Oh yeah, there it is. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Like, hold it. Okay, now it's good. This is another Asvine. I think this is a knockoff for Leonardo fountain pen. This is also piston. So this is the P50 and I think this is the P20. And this has a medium nib. As you can see, there's an M on it, like medium. This is also Asvine. Again, with a peak hole, so you can see how much is in it. So these three are new, and I really, really wanted this one. But I haven't inked it yet because I have so many inked right now. So I decided not to ink this one. As you can see, it's the same model as this one, but in a different color. Like, as this one is more of a rose gold version. This one has plum and black going on. And also a black nib, and I choose a fine nib on this one. Can't wait to write with this one because this just freaking glides over the pages, so I really like that one. And this is also a new one. So I bought these 4 fountain pens, and the total sum for all 4 of them is like only 250. However, I've seen 2 fountain pens on the website where I bought these 2 from the brand Benu, and they are lovely. One of those reminds me of Bollywood, which I watched all the time as a teenager, and the other one just screams, "Oh my god, that's so you." Also, and to convert it into "that's so me." So I want those 2, but these are over 100 euros, so I will get one of them or both of them for celebration at a later time maybe. But for now, I have these beauties and I really, really like them. For now, I will finish off these 4 with the inks because they all have a ton of ink capacity before inking this one and using it for the first time. So I can't wait for that actually. And these lovely, they write really lovely. This one is really wet in writing more than this one, even though it's kind of like the same medium nib type of situation. But some people talk about, I'm not really that into fountain pens yet, talk about like different factories that create these and then different sizes, because there are 6 size, like big ones and smaller nibs and stuff like that. So yeah, I also don't know which nib factory I actually have on these. Not really sure where they get that information from, truth be told. I just know they write good. I can totally full-heartedly recommend these. This is the P50, this is the P20 from them, from Eswine, and Eswine is a really affordable fountain pen brand that you can buy on Amazon. So I think you could totally go. I think Eswine is Chinese. I thought this one was Chinese too, the TWSBI, but the TWSBI is actually Taiwanese, so from Taiwan. Yeah, check them out. They're really lovely. The eco version from the TWSBIs are between 60 and 70 euros, so I think that's still quite affordable if you like writing with fountain pens, that is. If you don't like fountain pens, you could try them. I think anything below 100 is okay to test out if you don't want to go for a really cheap one like $7 or $10. Certainly something that I have too. I have a Lamy too. This is a Lamy Safari. That one is probably ink too right now, so I need to use that up too, otherwise it will dry in. And this is a cartridge filled one. I have a refillable cartridge in here. Like, so it's pretty easy like to do with this one. And this one is not that expensive. I think this is $20, I think, these ones, the Safari. These plasticky one, they have some with metal. I had one with metal, but that one was terrible. I don't know. This one is better. So yeah, this is a little bit of an overview. As you can see, we are here and have fun on the shortest day of the year or the longest night of the year. And see you next time. Bye.